What's up, guys? So one of the first things that I'm having to do to the 05 is replacing a serpentine belt, and that procedure is simple enough. I don't feel like I probably need to do a how-to on that, but there is a little bit of information that's worth sharing about belts in general and how to know whether or not they're bad. On this case, I was replacing the belt because of one of the most usual reasons, being noise. And all I did was just swap that out with another stock belt, which is nothing more than releasing the tension, pulling the old belt off, putting the new one back on, routed the way the other one came off, and then allowing it to tension itself and checking it. There's not very much to that. However, let's talk a little bit about how to know if you actually need a belt. So, serpentine belts. On most cars, you're going to have at least one. On the NA Grand Prix, you only have one. But on the supercharged cars, you will have two. Both are pretty long like this. Now, how do you know if you need one of these? Well, the obvious thing is if you hear squeaking and stuff when the car's running. I think everyone knows that symptom, which is what this one had. But there are some different things that can cause that noise, and also there are different ways these belts can fail. Now, visually speaking, the easiest thing to look for is if you take the ribbed side of the belt like this and fold it. If you see a bunch of cracks all along this, that's a sign that that belt is old, the rubber has hardened up, and it needs to be replaced. But another thing that sometimes people don't talk about that you want to look at is the depth of these ribs and the width of the ribs. If you compare one, this one is used, and if you look, there is a bit more separation between the ribs than normal, but as they age and as they're used, that'll get more and more. Now, if you look at these ribs and they look like knife points, like they're very sharp, that's an indication that that belt needs to be replaced. And even if it's not cracked up, that can be what's causing your noise. Another thing you want to look at, you want to look on the back and make sure that there's no fraying, that it's not wearing through the back. Also, that the edges don't have any unusual wear, because that can be a sign that you actually have the belt misaligned, and that can cause noise whether or not the belt is new. And even when you replace the belt, you may have that noise return very quickly. So that's another thing to look at. Another thing is, anytime you're doing belts, but especially if you've had some sort of a symptom or something that you're trying to locate, make sure that when the belt is off, you free spin all of the pulleys. There shouldn't be much, if any, resistance to any of them spinning. You shouldn't feel anything crunchy or whatever. You want to make sure nothing's locking up or a bearing's not bad. You want to look along this line to make sure all of the pulleys look like they line up with the belt correctly. If you have a pulley that's out of a line, crooked, bent, etc., that's going to cause problems with the belts too. And even a new belt can have problems if you have one of these problems with the engine. So that's all I really wanted to cover in this video, just that there are some things to look for that you may or may not know. You guys may already know all of these. If you don't, or if someone you know might need to know them, feel free to share this video, like it if it was informative at all, and comment and let me know if I missed anything or any other things that you want me to cover. Other than that, though, that was the first repair officially to the 2005, which I have driven quite a bit today and is doing pretty well. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.